Misinformation spreads on the internet like various diseases of the past thousands of years. So it's important to readdress our biases and notice when we've been spreading misinformation, which is why I should explain a lot of the common misconceptions that I don't really see explored anywhere else. So this is the dumb stuff you probably believe, idiot iceberg. Santa. The main conspiracy theory with Santa is that he doesn't actually exist, but that's just because people are so entrenched in the capitalist system that they can't see how someone would just create these gifts out of magic, then buy them. The Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy is a fairy made of teeth. They are not fairy, they are pixies. The Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny is a kangaroo. It's just people didn't know what a kangaroo was the first time they saw them, so they called them a bunny. Kind of weird. Ghosts. Ghosts are metaphysical beings beyond our comprehension, and we should not discuss them any further. Zombies. Half of the people that you encounter are actually zombies, and have a lust to eat your brain. And if you don't notice this, then your brain must not be appetizing to them. I wonder why. Urban myths. Urban myths are like colloquial folklore and stuff made to make a place seem more interesting, or to drive tourism. Except for the Roswell hoax, that one was real. Monsters under your bed/closet. Pixar film Monsters, Inc. shows a society of monsters that travel through interdimensional portals to the human world and collect children's scream energy. By the end of the movie, they realize that laughter is more powerful, and so they end up harvesting that energy. That is false. They are still harvesting scream energy. Be afraid. Mother Nature. Mother Nature is a way of personifying the concept of, like, the planet and the environment, where in actuality, the planet's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all good. It's gonna be around long after we're gone. We are not gonna be the last life on Earth. It's just that we are the ones who are gonna die out, and we should probably be a bit more selfish. Joe Rogan. This is either referring to the belief that Joe Rogan is real, which he isn't, but that's a different story, or the stuff that Joe Rogan says on his podcast, which Joe Rogan has so many contradictory opinions that it's not really useful to try to discern a real political position from him. He supported Bernie Sanders in 2020 and Trump in 2024. He's completely all over the place, but he's really funny. Space Jam is a good movie. Space Jam is a groundbreaking film that combined animation and Michael Jordan and brought this art form into the homes of many children. Since Space Jam 2 came out, however, the first movie became bad for some reason. If the wind changes, you'll stay like that. That's false. The wind can't actually change. The wind's been the same this whole time. Wellington can attest. Nietzsche. Nietzsche is a popular philosopher and a crazy person with a really cool mustache. Nietzsche is not actually pronounced Nietzsche, nor even spelt like that, Nietzsche. In actuality, Nietzsche's name is Nicholas, and he was just mad. Horoscopes. Horoscopes don't actually have anything to do with horror. The Flat Earth Theory. The Flat Earth Theory states that whilst everything else in, like, our universe is like a three-dimensional object, such as ourselves, and the Earth is just the only two-dimensional plane, that is false, and you shouldn't believe it. In actuality, everything in the universe is flat, and the Earth is the only spherical thing. Anti-vaxxers. Anti-vaxxers are people who don't believe in the common medical procedure known as vaccines, which, all power to them. Walt Disney's Frozen Head. Walt Disney's Frozen Head was a hoax invented by people being really confused about the first body freezed cryogenically and Walt Disney being dead happening at, like, roughly the same time. So, like, similar newspapers reported on those two events as if they were, like, correlated. When in actuality, Walt Disney was cremated and he goes, and he is underneath a Disney park. Lightning doesn't strike twice at the same place. That is false. Lightning strikes everywhere, but only once. Online IQ tests. Online IQ tests are like fun novelties like the BuzzFeed quiz. They don't actually have anything to do with real IQ in the sort of like medical sense, except for the ones on Google that have ad next to them. That's real. The world was going to end in 2012. So this was a popular theory made by people noticing that the date December 23rd, 2012 correlated with the Mayan date of the 13th Baktun. A Baktun is a like really long period of time that's like specifically defined by the Mayans, and the world before ours was destroyed by the gods on their 13th Baktun. So the theory was the same thing was going to happen to us, when in actuality the world ended a long time before. Demonic possession. Demonic possession is when a demon from hell enters your body and possesses you to do like wacky, insane things. When in actuality, when demons possess you, they don't really make you act any differently. They more just like make you a little bit sadder. France is bad at wars. France is one of the most successful militaries of all time. But in World War II, they had a really swift defeat by the Nazis, which has started a very long conspiracy theory and just like common belief that France is bad at wars. France, you've got to do it to them. Send them packing. You can do it. Why is not a vowel? Why not? Why can't it be a vowel? What is stopping? Why are we segregating letters by the arbitrary terms a vowel and not a vowel? Why does it matter? Who cares? The political compass. The political compass is a theory that states that every person can be divided into four general characteristics, which is authoritarian, libertarian, left and right. When in actuality, everyone actually agrees with you and is just trolling when they disagree with you because they like seeing you suffer. Gender roles. You probably believe in gender roles when actually gender doesn't exist. There are no genders. Girls don't like nice guys. This is false. Girls don't like guys in general. They just hang around because of gender roles. The prequels are good movies. This refers to the trilogy of films known as the Star Wars prequels that have been defined as, that have had a resurgence as of late because they made worse movies as the sequels. This is false. There are no good movies, not even the originals. The only good movie ever made was Spooky the Square Pumpkin. Cow's milk is good for your cat. Cats don't care. Cats don't care about anything, okay? Biased source is untrue. This is false. You should only trust biased sources. That's why you shouldn't trust me. I'm completely unbiased. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is false. The Joker actually said what doesn't kill you only makes you stranger. Fate. Fate relies on the concept of free will. Free will doesn't exist. This is false. You can do literally anything. You can do anything you want. What are you doing here? You could be doing anything and you're choosing to watch me. Karma. Karma is like a force that makes bad things happen to bad people and good things happen to good people. This is blatantly untrue just by simple nature. The people who have been blessed with the most wealth, none of them are good people. They are not your friends. Freud. Sigmund Freud was a psychologist that was so bad at psychology that he invented the entire field just because of people complaining about how wrong he was. But actually he was correct in everything, including the cocaine. Cryptids. Cryptids are fictional beings that roam around the earth, or in space sometimes, that are very undocumented for reasons. Within the lore of cryptids, there really isn't any reason for most of them why they stay out of sight. For instance, Bigfoot is just like a gorilla. Why don't we just take a picture of him? Like, the Patterson Gimlin film didn't have him like moving at the speed of sound or anything, so I don't know. You are a visual learner. This entry refers to the common theory that there are different ways of learning: visual learning, auditory learning. And this is false. No one learns anything. We all just like regurgitate information. Learning isn't real. Dogs can't look up. This entry refers to the theory that since dogs' snoots are in the way, they can't like look up because the snoot will get in the way, kind of like my hand is doing here. This is false. Dogs' eyes are actually positioned so they are always looking up at God for making them look like this. Newton and the apple. This is a long told tale of Sir Isaac Newton sitting on a tree and an apple falls on his head and he thinks, why'd the apple fall? Must be because of gravity. When in actuality, the apple did not fall on his head. It fell next to him. And also, it wasn't even because of the apple. It was because of the moon. Renaissance fair stuff. The Renaissance fair is a thing that people say that they've been to, but they've never actually been to. Have you ever seen one? No, you haven't. There isn't one. The United States won World War II. United States actually lost World War II, the British one. That's why American politics is so messed up now. I before E except after C. This is a rule that basically states that whenever there is I and E next to each other, the I always goes before the E except after the letter C. This has been taught in schools across all of the uneducated nations, and it is entirely false. The word weird is a weird example of a break to this trend, and I don't know why it was ever taught in the first place, because the origin of it was just some guy like noticing this pattern and refusing all the bad examples. Confirmation bias. This theory states that if you want something to be true, then any evidence that you looked at, you'll just automatically think that it's true, even if the evidence is completely unrelated. Is this just what I've been doing the whole time? You are a nice guy. There are no nice people except for Joe Rogan. That guy's pretty nice. Columbus is an American hero. Christopher Columbus was not an American hero. He was Spanish. Getting on Mars should be easy. This theory states that Mars will probably be colonized by our lifetimes, and honestly, the journey to Mars isn't too far off. This is false. You try going to Mars, idiot. Nintendo is only for kids. This is false. A kid is described as anyone basically under 18, so a 17-year-old is legally a child, when in actuality, you should be out of Nintendo by then. Come on. Nintendo is a game company for babies. Mephisto. Mephisto was a Marvel character who was the devil, and there were theories that he would be showing up in Marvel as the new big bad because they didn't really have any other theories for who it could be. And then they chose to make it Kang the Conqueror, and everyone was like, oh, that's better. And then Kang the Conqueror turned out to be actually Mephisto. A new Silent Hill game soon, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. They might make one. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe. Seeing is believing. This is a ethical framework that says that anything you see is real. This is a green screen. No, this is real. Wojak. Wojak has become the staple for memes ever since 2019. You'll hardly find a meme without one of these guys. You already know what they all look like. When in actuality, their names aren't Wojak. It became from a web series called Nordic Gamer that was really like right-wing and conservative and really bad. But like that art was stolen just to make these like really weird memes. And eventually, everyone just started liking them. There isn't like a soul who doesn't like Wojaks anymore. Which I think is great political unity, I guess. Masks don't work. This is relating to the common theory that masks don't actually accomplish their given purpose. That is false. Masks can hide your identity very well. Alphas. Alphas are men who are bigger, stronger, more masculine. That's really about it. People try to claim that like there are other aspects of masculinity than like being a buff boy, but like, is there any buff boys who aren't masculine? Be honest. Your pets understand you. This is false. You understand your pets, but your pets understand everything. You have emotional intelligence. This is false. Your emotions aren't smart in the slightest. You may feel angry, and so you punch a wall, not realizing that you are not as strong as a wall. And your emotions might tell you that doing this action next to the wall would convey your point across, when in actuality, it cuts off your arm on the green screen, so you can't see what action I'm doing. Australia isn't real. This is based off the not popular conspiracy theory that Australia isn't real, when in actuality New Zealand isn't real, and Australia is Austria is Australia. Let them eat cake. Let them eat cake was a phrase attributed to Marie Antoinette during the French Revolution, when in actuality it was said by Princess Peach in every single Mario game. Almost all of conspiracy theories. Almost all of conspiracy theories are stupid things that you probably believe because you watched Joe Rogan. But they said almost all, because there is a good 51% of conspiracy theories that are not true, but a good 49% of them that are entirely true, and you should definitely believe if you want to open your third eye or whatever. The Dark Ages. In the Dark Ages, they actually had candles. Carrots improve your eyesight. This is false. I rubbed carrots into my eyes as preparation for this video, and I can't see anymore. These are glass eyes.